Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and today I'm bringing you my custom Gotham LEGO CMF series. Gotham was actually a good show. It has its ups and downs, but overall I think it was a good show. And LEGO has not made a CMF series of it, or anything to do with the show, so I figured that a CMF series would be a good way to get the minifigures. Although, I do think they could just do a UCS of the police station. They wouldn't even have to say it's Gotham and just make the minifigs look like it, and that would work, but since they're most likely not going to do that, here's a CMF series that they probably won't do anyway. Number 1, I have the main character of the show, Jim Gordon. His minifigure would probably be pretty basic. A lot of these figures will. It'll be black suit, red tie, his face, and then his accessories could probably be a gun and a badge. Number 2, my favorite character from the show, Harvey Bullock. He was definitely the best comedic relief on the show, and his figure would also be pretty basic in that red tie, jacket, and brown pants, white shirt underneath the jacket printing. His accessories could be his hat that they could also give him a hairpiece and a hat like that, a gun, and a badge. Also, maybe they could give him a hot dog too, but that could be a bit too many accessories. Oh well. Number 3, the Penguin. Penguin was one of my favorite villains on this show. If you watched my Gotham villains video, he actually made first on that. Anyway, I want them to do some new hair mold for his spiky hair, how he has that. I would want those legs they give the Stranger Things kids, like they're the short ones, but they can still move. And then his accessory could be an umbrella. Number 4, the Riddler, another villain who made it high on my top 15 Gotham villains list. This is where we can actually mix it up a bit, and that he gets a green suit. As you can see in this picture, he's also wearing green gloves, so gloves, glasses, and then also a top hat. And a gun, yes, but they could also do his staff. Number 5, I have Bruce in his first Batman suit that the show had. Hang on, I'm just going to adjust something real quick so you can actually see it. There we go. Yeah, this suit was actually pretty cool in that it's the first version of the bat suit, which I liked. Although it's kind of just a full-body black suit, and that's basically all the figure would be. Although they could probably reuse that mask if they ever made a Judo Master from Peacemaker. Unlikely that LEGO will, but if they did, they could reuse that, because that mask looks very similar. Number 6, I have Selina. She also made it very high on my top 15 villains list. I liked her portrayal of Catwoman. Not my favorite, but definitely one of them. Anyway, this would be like her early seasons version, and I think that they could do, you know, like how the Dustin minifigure is with the hat and the hair as one? Well, they could also include her goggles in that, and I don't think they could make them like they could go down or not, but oh well. This figure could also come with a whip. I know it wouldn't match, but it'd still be cool to have that. Number 7, Jerome. He's actually one of my favorite versions of the Joker. Not Jeremiah, Jerome. If you watched my top 15 villains video, Jeremiah, you can tell I don't like him, but Jerome I do like. Anyway, this is the version I think that would work. Even though it's the face that got cut off and like stapled back on, but that's the one you remember him for in my mind at least. His accessories would be a knife, and then I'm thinking like a card of some kind, because he's the Joker. Number 8, I have Mr. Freeze, or as they called him on the show, Victor Fries. Anyway, he would be really cool with how his armor is. They could do one of those things that Wrecker's minifigure has from Bad Batch to make him, like with his shoulder plating, and then a freeze thing on the back, plus an ice gun. And I don't really know how else the figure would work, but obviously his accessories would be his freeze gun. Number 9, Solomon Grundy. Him I did like, and the only I don't think he could have any accessories, but I would like him to be bigger, like I said with the Wrecker minifig, how it makes them taller, like that. Yeah, that's what I would want for him. Number 10, Mad Hatter. He would have a top hat and like hair too, two in one piece. And back to the plain suits thing. I know we were kind of off of it, but now we're back to it. His accessory would be his watch. Number 11, I have the Firefly. She wasn't she wasn't bad in the show, but she wasn't either entertaining really either, but she was barely even in the show. She's like a main villain for 3 episodes or so, and then they just down to a side villain who's barely ever even in the show. But she would make a great minifig. They could do a hood piece, and obviously her accessories would be her flamethrower. Number 12, Scarecrow. He was very threatening in the show, and I want to see the version of him in the show translated into a minifigure. And obviously he would have his Grim Reaper staff as his accessory, but there's so much detail they would need with this minifigure. They would need like Zuckuss from Star Wars, his minifigure, how it looks like he has the tubes. I feel like that could work here. But yeah, they need to get this minifigure right if they're going to do him. Anyway, this was Grand Admiral Thrawn's video of custom Lego Gotham the series CMF. That was a long title I just said, but this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off.